Hello, beautiful people and fellow winers, and welcome to another episode of A Little Something, the number two, because the two of us wine about with your hostesses, with the toastesses, Siobhan Camille.
And I Michelle.
And y'all know we wine while we wine every Wednesday here with you. It is this fourth Wednesday this year, March, and for the culture. And we're gonna talk about haters.
Haters, they go hate.
Because apparently these days everybody's a hater. So let's talk about haters. Hateration in this
Don't need no hateration.
So grab a glass of your favorite red, white, rosé, Pinot de Agua, and join us on the couch.
Hey y'all. If y'all watched last week episode, a week before last episode, and thought I was tired, honey, that is nothing. Okay. Today is I'm on zombie. Okay. This is autopilot. Okay, I just want to let y'all know, so please do not hold me responsible, or you can. I really would carry the way for what I say, but I mean what I say at the same time. I know that was a big contradiction, but I hope y'all having a productive week. Mine has been one for Z books, a little challenging, but I'm going to learn, but I'm also not going to have a lot of the stuff like. This week taught me, wait, you can't take everything that everyone say to you. Like, it reminded me of that. Because, I have to bring it back to me real quick, and this topic right here, haters, is very suiting for what is going on with me right now. So yes, I'm a little amped and tired, and I don't know if that's the greatest combination, but we're here. So, welcome. Moving on with what we doing right now for this little hour. Y'all know we wine, moan, grown, and the words that rhyme with snitch. A little bit. We're gonna talk about y'all haters. We're gonna talk about sometimes I be hating. Like all of that. We're gonna flip flop. We're gonna flip flop. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna
Through
be
the
a lot.
hateration conversation. But before we do that, we got to talk about our popping grapes experience. And this month is Women's History Month, so we are featuring wines made something to do with, ran, organized by women.
Indeed.
So Sissy, let us know what you are having for your popping grapes experience today.
I'm back at Barefoot because y'all, I am in New York at my mama's house, and Barefoot is everywhere. And when I went to the store, I asked the guy, listen, outside of Apothic and Barefoot, do you have another woman-owned brand? And he was like, I didn't even know they were women-owned.
Well,
so he was like, maybe Menage a Trois. So I looked up Menage a Trois. It is not. I didn't think so, because we've had it before. So I was like, okay. Nope. So I went back to good old Barefoot. So I have their Chardonnay.
I don't know if I feel like it's Barefoot. I should have had this Chardonnay, but I can't recollect if I've had this Chardonnay.
I might not have this Chardonnay if I can't get this right. Oh, God. I should have pre-tested this. Man. I don't know what they did to this. I feel like I'm not mad enough to open this bottle.
They super.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Okay. You had to go
Had
super
saiyan. Yeah.
Super saiyan still. They said you not getting in here. No air.
So what is your popping grapes experience?
I am going with no hateration, punishment in this. That's the free Mary J. Blige. Yeah, it's all, y'all. It's all happening right now. Just let it happen. Mary J. Blige, Sun Goddess. We've had their Chardonnay. Nope.
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio. We had her Pinot Grigio. So this is the Sauvignon Blanc. So I said, hey, let's try it. You know, let's try it. Why not? I can give Mary a try. Mary, try. So that's what I got. That was literally my thought process. I was like, oh, I ain't had this one. Let's try it. Come on, Mary. Don't let me down. I'll go down. Okay. Okay, so y'all.
I'm gonna say how this came about. Let me say first and foremost how this came about, okay? Because let me just get this off my chest.
No, go ahead, boo.
This is how this came about, y'all. Last of the year, 2022, I was on Instagram. Actually, yes, 2022, I was on Instagram in like April, okay? And on my personal page, which I don't really have right now, but I was on Instagram and I kept getting on my personal page, and I think by age, they must do this, or somebody. We all know how the algorithms work with the everything and everybody's tracking you. So I don't even need to explain that. But what happened was this like fertility TEA, fertility T, came up, and it said something to the effect of you're never too old to have a baby or something like that, trying to encourage people to buy this tea. And this one, you saw all these people in the comments, yes, girl, yes, 40, 50, 60. And I was like, this one girl in the comments was like, there is such a thing as too old. My comment, ladies and gentlemen, that was her comment. My comment was this. I don't have an issue with you having kids. Basically, it was this, and it was summed up because I wrote it in like 4 sentences. I'm gonna sum up real quick because I don't even remember it anymore, whatever. But it was basically like, I don't have an issue with people in their 40s having kids, but once you get 50 and up, you probably should reevaluate, because what life are you going to give this child if you are birthing this child at 50? That wasn't even what I said. This is really what I said now that I think about it. My statement was posed like this. If you have a child at 50, are you really going to have the energy in your 60s to be chasing after a teenager? That's it. That was it. I was like, I see everybody.
That's a question though.
That was my question. I was like, yo, are you really gonna have the energy to chase after a kid in your 60s? Like, and just because you can have a child at 50 in your 50s doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Because again, are you going to have the energy to chase after a teenager in your 60s? Because let's say you even have this kid at 15. That means when this child is 13, you are 50 plus 13, 63. Most kids lean on their parents till 25, and that's being generous. That's being generous, because a lot go up to 30 these days, depending on inflation and everything else. You got a solid 25 years. If you're having your kid at 50, that brings you to 75. Is that fair to the child? Because now at 75, that's hoping and assuming you don't get Alzheimer's, dementia, any physical, all of this medical stuff. You know, I know people whose grandparents are in their mid-60s, and life is hitting them. Health problems are happening. Do you really want to be going through those health problems with a 14-year-old that you still have to raise to not be a hoodlum?
Yeah, and that's a lot of pressure that you'll put on them. And we're just, and please believe, we thinking like real life worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, sticking to just that in itself. I mean, at 30 plus, these are things that we think about. I mean, I'm not 40 yet, but the husband and I would have loved to, when I was 30, when we got married, to have had one. But at the same time, even at that age, I was like, wait, my son is this age, or my son is this age. His youngest is that. To have another one now, what does that look like? Not only with them, but what does that look like for us? It's a lot.
My cousin do it. My cousin is pregnant right now. The baby's due in August. Her birthday's in April, so she'll be 40 when she has a kid. If I end up having children, which I would like to, I will be between 35 and 40 when I have them. the boyfriend, because that's the only big deal with, is already in his 40s. These are real conversations that he and I have because we are not of the carefree young, life's gonna be great. It'll all work out that you do in your 20s. People do that in their 20s because they're not with that it'll work out because that's your mentality in your 20s. In 30, it's a little more pragmatic. At 40, it should be a lot more pragmatic than that. And at 50, it should be so real. That was the reason I asked it. Mind y'all, again, back to Story Hand and how this even came about. I asked that in April. Fast forward to June, y'all, June. And some chick came at me and the other girl. I don't understand. Y'all are haters. This hater, just hating. Just go over there. Just goodbye. First of all, we already left the conversation 3 months ago, 2 months ago. It literally, when it came up, I was like, what is this? And I go on it, and it was like, because Instagram will tell you 8 weeks.
Right.
6, 12 weeks. It was like between 8 and 12 weeks after the fact. And you come in like, y'all are haters. I don't even know why you're on this anyway. If you can't be positive, women over your 30, you can have a kid. Go on all of this thing. Now, here was the thing to me. Number one, the hypocrisy, because you literally just denigrated me and came at me, and I'm over 35 without a child. So if I have a child, I'll be over 35. And you just disrespected me, talking about I'm disrespecting women. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I asked a legit question. This is where my issue in this topic came from. And I say, you know what, sis, we should talk about this because I'm tired of, and especially on social media, everybody's a hater. Unless you yes ma'aming, yes sirring, amen, clapping, you're a hater. And that is what's on my nerve, especially since dictionary time. If we go to the actual definition, Merriam-Webster version of what a hater is, it's not even, y'all are completely misusing it. Not even hater. Let's just talk about hate, because then it would be the person who does it. So hate, okay? An intense hostility and aversion, usually deriving from fear, anger, or sense of injury, extreme dislike or disgust, or to feel extreme enmity toward or to regard with active hostility. I'm not hostile. Like the whole thing with a lot of this and why these words need to stop getting thrown around and the word hate and hater is so overused. Because somebody disagrees with you does not make them a hater. Because someone challenges you does not make them a hater. Let's bring that back, because I said that this is the whole thing that I said a couple weeks ago. I said, we're going to touch on that, y'all. We're going to touch on it. And here we are touching on it. Somebody disagreeing with you does not make you a hater. It doesn't. And I said that in one of the Sis Last Wines. We'll put the link up there. I don't remember which one it was at this point, but just go check them out. It's one of the last two.
But also somebody, not only that, somebody questioning you doesn't make, somebody questioning your point of view doesn't make them a hater. We have to get past that, y'all, in the culture. Oh, well, you questioning me because you don't believe. No, I'm questioning you because I'm gonna be, anyone who just straight up amens you all the time is questionable to begin with. Motives.
I agree.
But if I'm asking for clarification, it's for clarification because maybe they're trying to bring to your attention something that you have not thought about or you are being completely ignorant about.
Correct.
So
you haven't thought of big picture. And for that specifically, this woman specifically with children, my question was really, are you going to have this energy? And instead of answering the question, instead of even coming out of, you never know what God can do, any of that, it was, let me silence you, you're a hater. And that's really what it's come down to. And I hate to go to Urban Dictionary, but I did look up hater. And when you look it up, of course, Urban Dictionary comes up. And I'm going to quote this person because I appreciate your definition. Hater. A label that some people apply to anyone who disagrees with them on any subject. Such name calling is designed to discourage critical and independent thinking and prevent full inspection of bogus ideas and beliefs. Use of the term hater is rampant on the internet.
Wow. The fact that the Urban Dictionary says use of this word is rampant on the internet.
I mean, there were a whole bunch of other definitions, but yeah.
No, but just Anytime
And that definition, I give credit, comes from Melinda McKenzie on October 18th of 2013, and it still holds true to this day.
But that's what I'm saying.
Later.
See,
10 years.
like anytime that in the definition, in the meaning, it says this word is running rampant on the internet, lets you know people just willy-nilly throw it out there. They're careless with it. And the thing is, everybody not gonna agree with you, y'all. No. That don't mean they hating. I'm be honest. For me, a hater is like extreme dislike. Like I'm gonna discredit everything you say. I don't care if it makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? That makes me a hater.
Yeah. By definition, that is hate.
I mean,
that's hate.
The person who has accusing you of hating is the hater.
Usually.
Like, huh? Like, come on, y'all. Come. Let's not be afraid to face mirrors. And I say that because I had to do a check for myself. Like, sissy, no, I was like, we had our meeting and I had a whole breakdown and I had to face my mirror. And part of my mirror was going, okay, I could use development here. But I know I have developed from here. Consider your source. And no, I use the word consider because to just think about it, take it into consideration because part of what they're saying may be true, but another part may not be. On the other hand, so you have to consider, think about it, deliberate, be intentional about that. So, and I'm saying that to say as far as being, I was like, wait, I feel like at now that I done got the emotional side out, let's think about this. Are they just hating? To the point where I was like, no, Michelle, don't be a narcissist. Because a lot of people will take you being a hater as you being a narcissist. That's not necessarily true. It's not. Sorry, I was like, don't be a narcissist, get yourself together. Someone else came to me and was like, you don't look like your normal self. What's going on? Like my whole energy was wrong. Different, not wrong. It was different. And I was like, nothing. I'm okay, professional. I'm okay. It ain't everybody's business. You know what I'm saying? This person don't see me that often. They literally said, I don't know who that hater is. I don't know what got your light dimmed. But please understand and know who you are, whose you are, and that person is a hater. And the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Girl, you talking about somebody, I was like, Lord, when God lets you know, baby, that song haters gonna hate is real. Like you are being hated on to a certain extent. You may be in the midst of something where you are being hated on and you don't even know it. And you ain't even did nothing.
But that's a difference to know. But see, that goes to knowing, being able to take, when you're able to take accountability for self, then you will know that. And that's also different than somebody understanding. Either way, people are going to have their opinions, period. And that's usually my issue when people throw hater. Oh, her shoes are bomb. I don't really care for red. Oh my God, you a hater. No, I don't like the color red. And perhaps I don't like the color red because my mother used to abuse me with a red belt. And now every time I see red, that's what I see. Perhaps I walked in on a murder scene and all the blood was red and I just don't do red. There could be a bunch of things, but now it's just simple to be like, oh, you're a hater and silence somebody. And that's really what it is. It's the attempt to silence. And if it's somebody with a question, with who's questioning you or who has a disagreeable belief than yours. Now that's on one. Because again, for my situation, I was just like, I mean, if you have a baby in your 50s, you're gonna be 60 plus with a teenager. You really want to deal with that? Oh my God, you're a hater. And I also just want to say, if I'm a hater because I'm asking that, menopause is the ultimate hater because eventually, period, she coming. So I guess menopause is a hater. Nature's a hater too, then, madam. But anyway,
I'm gonna say yes. Nature's a hater. I'm gonna say nature's a hater. Gravity sucks.
Menstruation is a whole jerk.
Okay, hormones and getting older. Yes,
but if you can look at yourself and be like, okay, this person said this. Cause let me assess myself honestly, but see, that takes self-awareness as well. Or a good counsel. Because as you said, you came to me, I was like, well, you are in a different position than what you've been. You may need, learn to grow. But by the same token, understand that and recognize that. But then notice, again, like she said, consider the source. But you have to be able to discern someone's really hate. It's not that there aren't haters. Let's be clear. Period.
Because I'm be honest, it's been times where I have been a hater. Okay.
We're not saying there aren't haters. We're just saying the word and term is overused and thrown around too lightly at this point.
There's a certain artist that everybody loves. I will willfully admit I'm a hater. I can't stand her.
But even to that is your opinion of her.
Exactly. Which is why I'm okay with owning that. This is my opinion. I will not forcing my opinion. Now, if you ask me for justifications, I can give you those all day long. But,
and there's nothing wrong with having,
that does not mean I want your opinion to be mine.
There's nothing wrong with having an intense dislike or aversion to something or someone. AKA hate, that's the definition. And I hate this. I hesitate to say there is nothing wrong with hating. There's nothing wrong with hating. Here's where the problem comes. When you cause harm because of that.
Yes.
That is where it comes in. And I know whether it's systemically, whether it's all of that. If you gonna hate me because I'm a woman, cool. I now know how to carry you, but just stay over there. Don't bring me any foolishness. If you're like, yo, I hate you because you're Black, that's your prerogative.
Well, all right. Thank you.
Be a hater from afar. Be a hater from afar.
Period. You go over there, I'll go over here. We don't even have to interact. Guess what? You was okay before you know me. And then I'm gonna act like you don't know me and you're gonna be just fine. Period.
Like, there's nothing wrong with hating everybody's favorite artist if you are not. You don't have to be a fan of everyone. As long as you're not like hunting her down to go shoot her kids or stab her husband or wreck her concert, it doesn't matter.
Wait, that was a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. When hate gets to that level, then it's a problem. It's also illegal, but then it's a problem. Anything before that, I mean,
look,
people I have someone, they've earned my hatred.
That's another thing. Like, hatred can be like earned.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like warranted. Like, yeah, I hate this for a good reason. I hate this because of, it could be something that you saw growing up and you just naturally grew this whole, it's like a disdain towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can happen. I mean, think about it in its simplest forms. When girls are typically girls and they were little, pink is everybody's favorite color, typically. Pink or purple. It's like, oh, I'm a girl. Everything's pink or purple. It's the bubbly thing. As some women get older, some women literally grow into, I can't stand pink. And it may
orange.
And it may be because, like, things have happened. Like she said, the whole murder scene. I'm not gonna go that far, but it may be because you like pink so much, when you wanted something pink, they never had it. So now, you have a disdain for pink because they never had it when I wanted it, and this is that and the other. So now I don't like it. Yes, we do things like that in the simplest form.
Restaurants I hate.
Wendy's drive-through.
Man.
I don't care if ain't nobody in the line, on the inside or the out. For some reason, we in line for 25, 30 minutes. I'm like, did y'all go and kill the cow?
I hate McDonald's drive-thrus because I always have to repeat myself, and that gets on my nerves. I never forget, I was with my brother and I told him I hated McDonald's drive-thrus, and the reason he witnessed it 2-3 times. We were there one time and they were like, can I take your order? Can I get a double quarter pounder with cheese meal, large with large fries, a large Sprite, and an Oreo McFlurry? Okay, so you wanted what? You said you wanted a cheeseburger. I wanted a double quarter pounder. A double quarter pounder. Did you want the meal?
Oh,
Yes.
girl,
What size did you? I
was
told this when I got here, so you didn't have to ask questions.
Girl, when I say that right there specifically is one of my I hate. I hate when I go, yes, can I get a number, I don't know, let's throw a number out there. A number 11? You want the meal? Nigga, isn't that the number 11? Otherwise, I would have just said I want the sandwich from the number 11. But if I tell you I want the number, that should naturally imply
It
I
denotes the
want
meal.
the meal.
Yep.
Yes. Like, come on. How elementary do we have to be? So I get it. And that's what I'm saying. So when it comes, yes, I'll be honest. There's some friends that I don't understand how I was friends with. I don't hate them. I do hate some of their behaviors. But I don't hate them. But
But hate is
not
a strong
necessarily
word.
a bad thing if it's kept in line in a healthy manner. So let's just throw out a healthy hate.
Hate is a strong word. You remember we were younger and they used to say that when you be like, yo, I hate him. Hate is a strong word. I feel like people have gotten so into so many words are losing their power because people are changing their meanings. And we are throwing around the word hater is just one big example, because now again, everybody's a hater. And I'm gonna say, I think a part of this came because I remember when it started. You didn't want to be part of a hate club. You didn't want to spend your time hating on somebody when we were growing up in the 90s, early 2000s. That was not what you wanted. You were like, no, I got time. I don't have that much time to hate on you. That was when people would be like, oh, you're a hater. Because the word hater is not new. When people called you a hater in the 90s, early 2000s, it was like, girl, please, I got too much time to be hating on. Like, I got too much stuff to do to hate on you.
Stuff to do to be hating on you, girl.
I don't have that time. But what happened, I'm going to tell you, in certain communities, all of these songs. Oh, I got all these haters. Big up.
Don't need no
my haters.
Holleration in this.
No, not even the don't need haters. Not even the type that were like the songs that were like don't need it. No. The big ups to all my haters. That's when everybody decided, oh, I want a hater because I'm not. Because people
you
like,
remember the conversation?
Make my haters happy. This is for the haters. All the songs that started talking about having haters like it was an aspiration.
Remember the conversations that they were having? Oh, if you don't have a hater, you're doing something wrong. What?
You have judged your value of what worth you bring to the table by how many people dislike you. And that's when everybody became a hater because, oh, I'm not doing anything if I don't have any haters. Oh, she said she don't like my shoes. That's my hater. Hi, hater. That's the whole song.
Hi, hater. Hi, like.
But that, and let me tell you, this whole thing about you're nobody if you don't have a hater. Let me tell you, as somebody who grew up and literally had a hate club dedicated to me in the 4th grade for 3 months, it's not fun.
It's not amusing.
It's not fun. It's not great to be like, yo, I got haters. People who really have the time. I had a whole club, y'all. It was a thing. I'm not even making this up to prove a point. I'm being serious. It's not a fun side to be like, hi, haters. Look at all them hating on me. That's not real hate. Like people who really hate on you on that level and like get together to make your life hell, it's not fun. Y'all are sitting up here, she hated from the inner, because real haters are bullies. Real haters.
Yeah, we're not talking about the imitation or I'm doing this for clout. No, real haters are bullies. But We're not talking about the ones that will hate you and then hate you and don't want to be around you. See, and that's the other part. It's two different types of, well, a few different, it's two different types of haters to me. It's the hater that's really not a hater. They're jealous. So that's a wrong. That's their envy. It's not hate, it's envy. So we're identifying it by using the wrong word. So that's that. That's what the Ebonics definition of hater is actually. It's envious, it's jealousy.
Real.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna tell real haters don't want to have nothing to do with you. When you think about it, when you hate something, when you personally hate something, you do everything in your power to stay away from it because you don't want to be associated with it in any way, shape, or form.
There's
so
three.
Me,
there's three. Because there's the type, yes, you have the jealousy, which is mislabeled as hate. You have the haters that don't want to be around you. Then you do have the haters that seek to destroy you. Because that's when you get all the KKK lynch mob that hated Black people and was running in villages to try to destroy them. You had the people who hate homophobia and they hunt people down and murdering them. You do get that extreme.
No, I get it. The violent.
You get the violent, or you get the ones who, again, even if it's not physically violent, it's verbally violent. It's abuse.
The bully. You get the bully. And for me, I would rather have the person that hates me and doesn't want to have nothing to do with me and want to leave me alone. And girl, that hate. And when they say what's wrong, I can't stand her. Like they'll voice their opinion, but they won't be around whatever it is that they dislike to that much of a disdain. Like they won't. No, they don't want to be involved, associated, affiliated, or anything with it. Give me that hater. Give me that hate. Versus the bully, the envious, and the jealous.
Violent.
Yeah, the violent. Like give those the ones you want to be very watchful and aware of. Those the ones where I want you to be loud with your hate. So I know where I'm safe. Okay? Those are the ones, yeah. But the silent ones, most of them don't want to have nothing to do with you. And they're gonna stay away. They're gonna hate from afar and mind it and keep that over there.
And a lot of those haters who are truly haters have something they need to deal with within themselves, but that's a real hater. That's not somebody who doesn't agree or has a different opinion than you do. If you come to me and you like, yo, this dress is banging, isn't it? The one you had on last week was better, but that's cute. She's a hater.
Oh, you like, and I feel like that's what, you like it, I love it. No. If you like it, you like it. I don't like it. I ain't got to wear it though. That's on you. You don't need my opinion. Baby, if it makes you feel good about yourself, then do you.
You like it, I love it, really translates to you like it, I'm indifferent.
Period. And if that's the case, just say it.
Because if you like something, why do I have to love it?
Right. I have a difference of opinion, but guess what? My opinion is not of any value to what you want to do with your life.
Listen, y'all, I done worn like 4 or 5 different wigs this year alone. Okay. So much so that my sister was like, is that your real hair? Is that a wig too? This is my
I got it because with us, we'll never know. And some people be like, oh, you're a hater. Like if you don't know us, they be like, oh, she hating. Why she think that was a wig though? Well, we wear them too often and we can switch our hair from one. Like really, my hair is not the same color. Like I literally just dyed my hair yesterday. It's a whole different color. So that's how often we switch our hair. Yes, we have to question things sometimes amongst ourselves.
So if any of my 5 wigs that I've had on this year, she didn't like, okay, I'm still gonna wear. See, but that's the other thing. Being secure within yourself, whether you have a hater or you don't. Whether somebody has a difference of opinion on how you look or what you think or how you feel or your opinion or not. Because the art, for example, the artist she can't stand, our little sister loves him.
Oh,
loves him.
Loves think that is the best thing in the world. And the thing is, she went to school, majored and graduated. Okay. And I'm like, really? That's what you think is that? Oh. Okay.
And a lot of this stuff that y'all scream at haters about is subjective anyway. Hair, the colors of anything subjective, musical taste subjective, anything in entertainment is subjective. Anything in cosmetology is subjective. Most of this stuff is subjective. We're not talking about, yo, the earth is round or flat.
Oh Lord. And for those people,
we're not talking about the chair is heavy or it's not. We're not talking about political stuff that actually, y'all are arguing about that stuff. You're arguing about if Rihanna lip sync well or not at the Super Bowl. Oh, you a hater. If Janet Jackson's wig was too, oh, you a hater. If Jennifer Lopez wore too much makeup this one time, you a hater. If you think that Samsung, you think iPhone is better than Android, you a hater. Dude, y'all are calling people hater over foolishness. Irrelevant. Over irrelevant. And I say this also, there's a movie, I guess, with Chloe Bailey in it coming out, Praise something. Basically like the new version of the Fighting Temptations from what I can tell.
That's I saw the cover. I didn't see a preview. I saw the cover. I said, oh, she really trying to be Beyonce. Okay.
It's a trailer came out. I saw it and people were like, people who are Christians were like, this is not of God. This is, we need to stop making a mockery of the church, all of that. And I can get that. And the people who said that, there were people under them talking about, you don't have to see it. You a hater. Again, with the hater. That is this person's opinion. That doesn't make them a hater. You could keep that negativity. I'm not being negative necessarily, giving my opinion that I think that this is a mockery of my religion and what I hold dear to me. But I don't get to voice that then.
No, okay. You don't get to voice it because it's not what everybody else wants to hear.
Okay, so then when all of these white people make these, because this is black people, when all of these white people make these black stereotypical movies and everything else, don't go in there. Don't be woke. Don't go in there talking about, oh no, because you can't, I'm tired of seeing that, because they don't need your negativity. That's my culture that they talking about. No, because you told this Christian over here that he couldn't defend his culture and his beliefs, so you can't defend yours. Or not.
Or no. I had to pull another glass because I'm just saying. I mean, look, guys, life is life. You're going to come across the people that like you. You're going to cross the people that love you. You're going to cross people that dislike you. You're going to cross some people that can't stand you. You literally going to cross some people that literally just hate you as a being. There are real haters out here, and there are pretend haters out here, and there are jealous people who don't care enough, who really don't care enough to hate.
Don't have the time.
Don't truly have the time. Hello.
If I haven't hated you up till now, I don't hate you after. I don't have the time to hate you now. If I hate you now, it's because you earned that separation. You did something.
You did something. Period. At this point in my life, if I hate you or you like now, you literally did something personal to me.
Yep.
If I like the artist we're talking about has done nothing personal to me, but I can't stand her. And I will.
But again, that's hate you've held since our 20s.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's grandfathered in hate. If I started hating you in my 30s, you did something.
Yeah, you did something. Like, I don't care enough. I got too much of a real shit.
Right? In my 20s, I had the time. You had the time to hate on her, come up with all the reasons you hated her. We had that time in the 20s. I had that time in my 30s with this man, these kids, this life, this job. I have.
And this job got haters for no reason.
I don't have the time to hate on somebody else when I'm trying to live my best life. And you can live your best life. I really want us to stop. And again, I think it all started with the whole hi hater, big ups to all my haters. You ain't nothing if you don't have a hater. You can tell how successful you are by how many people hate on you. Stop using negativity to validate your positive. If you're using negativity to validate your positivity, it's not gonna work.
That's a problem.
it can't work. Darkness and light cannot coexist.
But that's a problem.
It
And
is
at
a
that
problem.
point, you need to go seek some help. Go talk to the account, go talk to someone, figure it out, write a book, write it in your journal, doodle it out. I don't know. But that is a problem.
Yeah, you can't, it can't be that, y'all. It cannot
Now-
be that.
Right. And my last thing is this. Now you can hate for fun, but keep it in perspective. That is something I'm like, man, I hate that shit. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna be a hater today. But again, as today is temporary. Catch me tomorrow, I probably won't care or remember. So perspective.
Yeah, yes.
Keep it in perspective. Now we are not talking about like real hate. We are
Yeah.
not talking about like, I hate you, so I'm going to kill you. Valid hate. I hate you. No, we're not talking about that. That's not a joking matter. That's something to take very serious. That's something that you should definitely be aware, alert to, be aware of, be on a high alert of if that is happening, and take necessary, precautions to protect yourself. But we talking about just the societal, like just nature and
The
hate.
social media silly hate. The silly
Like,
hate.
come on, y'all, let's grow up. Let's grow up. Let's grow
Let
up.
us mature like the wine that we hope. Well, I don't know how mature this is, but mature like the wine. Because y'all, we can't keep y'all. Come on, man. You gonna come on, guys.
We gotta do better.
Better. Everybody's not a hater, and stop. And like she said, you can know who you can joke with. We are truly coming at this from, yes, I started real hostile at the beginning because y'all, that really ticked me off. Because
It's coming in hot.
I don't like being called stuff that I'm not. That's what bothers me. Like to that level when I ask a simple question. And that's always gonna be who I am. If I ask a question, answer it. Don't try to control me or deflect or any of that. It grates my nerves. Because I know that I wasn't coming from a place of hate. And to the ladies out there in their 40s having babies, do you if you can. To the women in their 50s, again, all I'm going to say to you is think about it. Think about the child and what you're bringing to that child. And part of that is also, I was on YouTube maybe 3 months ago. And it was actually a woman, because there was this woman who posted a short on YouTube, and she's got to be, I think, in her 40s, like mid to late 40s, though. Talking about she was having her first kid, her husband, she was dancing, whatever. And one woman in the comment was like, basically made my point. And it was so great to see it almost a year after the fact, because that face stuck with me because it's been annoying because people are still pushing this thing to have kids later and later. And she was like, her mom had her when she was in her, like, I think late 40s, early 50s. And she was like, I don't feel like I got to spend time with my mom as an adult. Mm-hmm. Because when I wanted to thank her for the way that she raised me, by that point, she was sick. Like she was older, she was dying. By the time I was financially stable at 25 or whatever. Again, she was in her 70s. She couldn't scrap. She didn't want to do this. She didn't have the energy. Her health was declining. So I didn't get and then, by the time before I was 30, she was gone. And so for all of the steps, like, I'm not going to have my mom to walk me down the aisle. I'm not going to have my mom there for when I had my first child. I'm not going to have that mother there to support me through the rest of my life. And that's a long time. If you take the fact that most women live to be in their 70s, let's say 70, this woman only had her mother for not even the first full 30. And she said that's been hard on me because I don't feel like I got to say thank you. But that's the way I would have wanted to. And I say that as I know you and I both are close with our mother. And I couldn't imagine, my mom had me, she was 29, about to be 30. I need my mama at 35. I need my mama. I need my mom. I'm at my mama's house. You see this right here? I'm at my mama's house. I need my mother. I could not imagine. I couldn't imagine. I need my mother right now. I need my mother right now. I do.
Right. And as a mother, that's something that you think of, and which is why when I remember you told me the situation, I was like, as a mother, that's one of our for the ones that I know, that's one of our thoughts. I've been around other mothers who've had that same conversation of, I'm glad I had my child younger, because like I'm 35 plus, closer to 40 now, and if I would have waited to have my son, I'm like, the way I feel right now, oh girl, he would be a whole different child because of what I couldn't do. Like all of that stuff, I hear other mothers say no, because you know X, Y, and Z happened to me at this age. So the things that I could do, I can't do anymore. Or the things that I wanted to do, that I was able to do then, I can't do now. Or things that I can do now, I wasn't able to do then. It's so many other factors in it, where it's not in this particular point, it's not a thing of hating. Y'all, we have to stop mistaking hate for real life. Like real life situations, real life thinking, real life planning, real life,
Especially when that is going to involve another life. I know that a lot of women these days want to be like, I did it. I had a kid at 50. I had a kid at 52. But it can't be about you. It can't be about you. It has to be about the child. What are you going to do for this child? And if you're in your 50s, your friends are probably around the same age. So if something happens to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say your grandmother age raising a kid, and yes, there are grandmothers who are raising their children's children, but that's not an ideal. And I'm sure if you ask grandparents who are now parents doing the parent role again, they would be like, they don't want to. They would be like, I wish my son or daughter had gotten their stuff together so I didn't have to sit here and raise their kid. I was done. I was good just being grandma, not mommy grandma, grandma mommy. I wasn't trying to be that. And I ask that again for the sake of the child. I'm really not hating on you. And again, if I'm hating on you, nature's hating more, because once you hit your 50s, you start going through the menopause most of the time. And there are still women who have menopause babies. I'm not knocking it. I can't tell you what God's going to do. I can say for me, I personally do not, if I don't have one before 40, or like as I hit 40, have the one and that's it. Like my cousin, I don't know if she planned to have another one. To me, one will be done. If I come out, mine comes healthy. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Let's move forward. And there are pros and cons, because in 30, you tend to be more financially stable in your 30s to give your child more, to be more independent with your child. 20s, you tend to be more, you have the time, like you have the energy outside. You have the energy to do. It's a trade-off. But once you get past a certain age, like she said, and that's just for the mother stuff, reality, but that's anything. Understand that we live in this thing called reality. And in reality, people are going to have different opinions. People are not going to see things the way that you see them. There are going to be facts of life that you cannot hide, lie, or deny about. It's just going to be what it's going to be.
No matter how much you try to alter yourself.
Oh, that's a wine for another time. I got a lot to say.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will say cheers to that. So right now it's time for our wine review. So Siobhan, let us know what your rating will be for your Barefoot Chardonnay.
I really like this. I'm starting to think, because I had a Chardonnay. The boyfriend took me out to sushi, and I had a Kendall Jackson Chardonnay. It was awesome. Anyway, I had that. It was good. I might pop that grape here on the podcast one day. So
I had it this past weekend.
I liked it.
I did too.
I'm starting to think that my third place might be, I think I said Pinot Grigio. I think I might be Vidal Blanc versus Chardonnay. because I've been drinking Chardonnays a lot. But I also told the boyfriend I want to do like another how we did Chardonnay May. So I can spot a Chardonnay. Period. I also want to do like another month where we do like a Pinot Grigio month or so I can taste a Sauvignon Blanc. I do not need a Sauvignon Blanc month to spot a Sauvignon Blanc, but like a Riesling month or something else that's like that because I think being able to taste the variety of Chardonnay makers helps me appreciate Chardonnay because that was not.
I know that's
that was not my thing. And Prophecy, I'm gonna shout out Prophecy because them and actually no, before Prophecy was Philip Carter.
Yes.
That was the turning point in Chardonnay for me because I said, ooh, it's dry, but it's good. And then Prophecy was the turning point because I said, oh, y'all do butter? Like it can be a little more smooth and sweet. Oh, hey. So I really have been coming around to the Chardonnay. I can't put it at first yet.
You're welcome.
I will. So this on the back is real quick, says Barefoot Chardonnay is a delightful wine with tempting flavors of grated apples and peaches, hints of honey and vanilla, enhance the buttery finish. Barefoot Chardonnay is perfect with seafood, poultry, fresh fruits, white sauce, pastas, and mild cheeses. Wonderful. It is. All of that is fact. They are giving you the facts, darling. The facts. That is all true. When I smelled it, I was like, is that apple? Green apple. I said, oh, look at my nose again.
Yeah,
I didn't really smell, but I think that's why I like it because peaches, honey, and vanilla tend to be sweet. I don't know about the buttery finish, perhaps, but I just didn't taste that right now. I smell the green apple, but I don't know if I tasted it as much. I think that was the crispness because there was like a crisp to it. You know, green apples tend to be crisp, so I think that's what that was. The rest was, yeah, it was nice on the palate. And when I read seafood, I said, and I tasted it and I said, yep, I could see like a seafood Alfredo, like, you know, and I'm just shouting them out because this is like, everybody knows what this is. But like the Olive Garden seafood pasta with the shrimp Alfredo, all of that kind of thing, yes, would be good for me. Or like a garlic stick if you into like garlic bread with the butter. Yeah, this would be good for that. So real Italian, which is nice. I will give this a 4.25. I'm lying. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because I drank. I don't know if I can give it a 4.5.
Wow.
Like I'm between a 4.25 and a 4.5, and I know I can't do that because we already cut corners to do these 0.25 increments. I'm gonna give it a 0.5, 4.5, just because I think it would be that great with food. Because on its own, it's a 4.25. Like if somebody was to be like, hey, you want a Chardonnay? Yeah, you can get me Philip Carter, Prophecy, or Barefoot. Make it happen.
Right, and they all different price ranges too. So
they are all over.
Whatever fits your budget.
Whatever your budget's looking like. Look alike.
Now don't ask me because mine's gonna be a little bit different.
Whatever your budget look alike. Or if you want to support a woman, there you go. If you want to support a local, for Philip Carter, if you want a DMV. If you just want the brand Prophecy.
If you want a good talking piece for the artwork.
That would be Prophecy.
There we go. Look, we got you.
We got you.
Y'all, we not experts, but we be knowing stuff.
You drink enough wines. I mean, how many wines do you need to drink to be considered a sommelier? That's all I need.
Okay. So yep.
Your Sauvignon Blanc by
my Sauvignon Blanc by Sun Goddess has nothing about the wine on the back. So there's a true Lauren Michelle wine. I'm gonna be honest, I did enjoy this. The fact that it's cold, I know for a fact helps because I know drinking this, I was like, yeah, if this was room temperature, this would not happen. Not at all. But it's because it's cold, I was like, ooh, this is good. Like I had to stop myself. I wanted to pour another.
I mean, you see where we
you saw my pour. I was like, ooh, don't go past this. Ooh, don't go. But this is good. I I know my husband would like this. This is going to be a solid 4. It is a dry wine, but it has a sweet / tartness to it.
How heavy is it on the grapefruit? Because I need to be warned before this wine up.
I feel like it's not one of the heaviest ones that we've had. That's some that be like, whoa, yeah.
That's that tart, yes.
But you can taste it.
Okay.
It's not predominant, but it's there. But I liked it, and this is 12.5% alcohol, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel a little buzzed. And part of that is probably because I haven't eaten. And
yeah, I had to force myself to have pizza and chicken wings before we recorded because I hadn't eaten anything all day. I went and got my hair done and ran all over. I don't even see the ABV on. I don't even see the ABV.
Nah, it's up there. Remember, that's what you told me a couple weeks ago. They got it. You just ain't reading.
Oh, here we go. They put it on the front. It's 13.
Oh, okay.
So another reason to buy. After they put this in the smallest print possible on the
I'm not gonna tell y'all it's a secret.
It's
like shh, be quiet.
I might need to start adding that to the list to the wine tracker, the ABV. So I'm gonna add that line. I am gonna add that going forward.
We're not going backwards. We don't have too much. That's too that's crazy.
If I get bored one day, I may go backwards and just Google search some things. But I
am never that bored.
You know, I don't like leaving things unfinished. So
that's why I was like, and that there, right there, is the difference between the two of us. Where it's like, oh, okay.
Maybe not all of them. I'm not gonna start with all of them. I'm gonna start with the high rated first. Okay. Because if you like a 2 wine, I'm not. Yeah, if you're not like a 2, if you're like a 2 wine and we ready to do a 2, I'm not gonna try like get you again. It doesn't matter. If you're in like the 3.5 or above, I care.
Okay.
I care.
I hate that song. Oh, y'all, I'm tired. And on that note, it's been another wonderful episode of A Little Something to Wine About with your hostesses, Ty Michelle
and Siobhan Camille.
Be sure that you join us each and every Wednesday at 12 o'clock noon for more laughs, more fun, more foolishness, and of course, more rhymes and other things that, we just do in between. Join us live every last Saturday of the month for our Wine Out wine tasting and randomness on YouTube and on Instagram at A Little Something, the number 2. Wine About. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, complain with us, comment below, all that good stuff. And try a wine or 2 and let us know what your rating is. Remember, 1 through 5. And as always,
there's nothing wrong with a little wine.
Or